Get up, Steve. We have to go to the studio.
But Rachelle, I don't want to. I just had another nightmare about you putting black magic on me and my girlfriend again.
I need you to do this skit with me.
I don't wanna. I don't feel like it.
I have to use you to make myself look good again after your favorite psychic love psychic Agnes exposed me for performing witchcraft on you and the girl you cheat on me with. Perhaps I also perform voodoo on our audience, our fans, our entire work crew and maybe even all our guests to keep ourselves rich and famous. And perhaps all the bad karma around me is also what caused Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, Nick Cannon and Wendy Williams to suddenly get cancelled back to back too. Because the bad luck around us might be affecting everyone we come into contact with. So we have to make ourselves look good again.
But I don't like it. You always hide behind the scenes while you make me do all your dirty work just because you're my executive producer, and I am always the one who gets all the blowback and the one you toss under a bus while you get to look like a hero to everyone else.
It's good for our show and for our marriage that everybody hates you. This is why I always hide backstage to perform dark rituals for Satan to make sure I don't glitch before I appear on stage, and this is why I never show up with you in your interviews to demonstrate the love and support you claim I have for you. And this is why I intimidated the beautiful Anca Pennington into removing all her videos exposing you and me. All of my continued evils are gonna help our money and our brand. Now come along. Chop, chop.
Okay, fine my love. Whatever you say, you're the boss after all, and you are always right.
Hello, I am Rachelle Wilkos, the wife of television host Steve Wilkos and Steve's boss on our show. Today, we are going to play a game called Who Is? To talk about which one of us is better and to prove that I am better than Steve and to show how great our marriage is because we have been married for, how long have we been married, sweetheart?
Too long.
Shut up.
Rachelle?
Yes.
As your publicist, I don't think it would be a good idea for you to keep your husband tied up like that after word just got out that you kicked your polygraph examiner Dan Ribacoff off the show, because his fraudulent polygraph drove his innocent guest Anca Pennington to a near-fatal suicide attempt, and drove another guest named Stephen Williams to actual suicide. And after Dan was exposed for making racist statements about African Americans, and especially now that Dan is undergoing litigation for encouraging his fellow investigators to rape his surveillance subject Suzanne Gold, and even more so after your former guest Jesse Perkins confessed to killing a baby after Dan's test showed him innocent, and a woman named Candy Meinhardt is now in prison being tried for killing her baby even though Dan's test also falsely found her innocent, and the mother of LaToya Brown was accused of killing her daughter through Dan's bogus test even though she was actually innocent, and the true culprits are in prison now, and she is black and Meinhardt and Perkins are white, by the way. And heaven only knows how many of your innocent guests went to prison, and how many of your guilty guests walked free.
Okay, blabbermouth, I get the point. And Steve didn't even want to be here in the first place. He just wanted to stay in the bed and drink and cry. I had to force him to come. And if I didn't drag him along with me, he would have ran back to his mistress for comfort.
You want you and Steve to continue to look happily married so you can both avoid prison, right?
Okay, fine, whatever you say, Mr. Know-It-All. Now, you're gonna say we are happy and in love after more than 20 years of marriage, and don't mention your soulmate connection with your mistress again like you did that time, stupid. Or you know what's gonna happen to you when the camera cuts off. So like I said, I am the great Rachelle Wilkos, and I am the executive producer of this show, and I'm a rich and powerful woman. And Steve already knows which of us would win at this new game we made up called, Who is Better? I am a better dancer, a better singer, a better cook, a better everything than my husband.
Yes. And Rachelle is an excellent mother to our children Jack and Ruby. I couldn't ask for better.
Talk like you mean that and stop looking so afraid of me and look happy while you say it.
Rachelle is a better parent than me.
Happier.
Rachelle is a better parent than me.
Happier.
Rachelle is a better parent than me. My children couldn't ask for a better mother. If you can ignore the fact that she never apologized to our suicide victims to set a better example for our kids. After all, the past is the past, and as long as you focus on the good things we have done, then it doesn't matter how many of our guests kill themselves. Honey, my left arm feels numb all of a sudden.
How much money did you say was in your life insurance policy again, darling? This is my man and I love him very much. He means the world to me. Thanks to you we are going to be stuck editing this over and over again all night.
1 second, honey. Oh, hello, baby. It's so good to hear your voice again. I'm so sorry, Angel. I would love to talk, but I am in the middle of something. Yes. I am filming at the studio with my butt-ugly control freak of a boss. I mean, my wife Rachelle. But yes, I will come by and see you later. Okay, my gorgeous girl. Yes. And make sure you give the kids a kiss for me too. Okay, I love you, princess. Bye. For now. Okay, so that will be all for today. Remember to tune in for all new episodes this summer.
So like I said, this is my man, and I love him very much.
Yes. Just because I cheat on Rachelle and just because we are driving innocent people to suicide, it does not mean we are not relationship goals, because like I say on my stage all the time, your man ain't shit just like I ain't shit. But we are the ones who are better than you are because we are the ones with all the wealth and clout, and don't you forget it.
And that's a wrap. Cut. You better go by the script next time, dummy.
Just give me my money and hurry up. That's the only reason I came over here anyway.
Well, I will have you know that when you turned around and you weren't looking,
Hello. This is Jerry Springer, former TV host of The Jerry Springer Show and the former host of Judge Jerry. If you want to learn more about how Rachelle Wilkos performs black magic on Steve and a woman he fell in love with over Rachelle, and you want to learn about how you could avoid being affected by any evil spells Rachelle Wilkos could be performing on you too so that she can continue to stay rich off of your views, be sure to click on the links to the expose videos in the description below. You will see that the psychic, love psychic Agnes, who stated that Rachelle is jealous of Steve's comely mistress, is approved by both me and Steve on Cameo, and that we both stated that Ms. Agnes is the top-rated psychic in the nation. So that should tell you that both me and Steve knows that Rachelle being a dangerous and dark occultist, and even her former guest Anca Pennington confirmed this in another tarot reading as well. This might well be partly why Nick Cannon, Wendy Williams, Maury Povich and I left television, because we didn't want to piss off Rachelle in case she puts hexes on us too. However, maybe this is why all of our programs suddenly dropped like dominoes, because maybe all that bad luck energy surrounding that old witch Rachelle affected us too, and of course she doesn't want anyone else to be better than her, and it's only a matter of time before Steve's show gets cancelled as well, so it probably all worked out for the best. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and each other.
Not so fast, Jerry. We have a lot of fans who love us and learn a great deal from us, and we restore a lot of hope and joy to many of our viewers.
Well, that's because they don't know the real you.
One of these days, I might just write a book about what it's like to be the husband of a woman who doesn't even care enough about me to see that I am driving innocent people into killing themselves on our show, and doesn't even care enough about me to tell me that I am wrong. I should just leave and go to my mistress because she is the one I am in love with and who loves me for me, not my money like you do. That is what Love Psychic Agnes said.
Oh no, you don't. I am your puppet master and I call the shots and I pull all your strings. You better do everything I say if you still want a place to live, because if I go to prison then you go with me. Because of all the fans we have, you should know how to worship me. Everybody else loves me and everybody else treats me like a paragon. You never complained all those times I bossed you around and made you so depressed that you almost died in a DUI, and now you want to point the finger at me like I am the bad guy.
But you are the bad guy.
I'm about to lose everything now, and whose fault is that?
Yours.
I was just fine until I married you.
Well then you should have taken your own advice. You don't need a man like me, and I don't need a man like you. I mean, a woman like you.
Well, you certainly seem to have had enough of them. You just don't know the answer. Do you?
No. And I don't want to either.